Hey guys, Jacob here. In this video, I'm going to show you another puzzle I've made. So the reason this is coming so soon after my last one is because I was 3 puzzles behind on videos, just because, as I said in my last video, I was so busy with college and just had a lot going on. But the puzzle in today's video is this one. So at first glance, you might think this is an FTO, because this is an FTO, and you can see they look exactly the same, but these are not the same puzzle. This is the FTO. It turns on the faces, hence the name FTO, because that stands for face-turning octahedron. So this puzzle has become increasingly popular lately because a lot of competitions have been holding it as an unofficial event. This puzzle, however, does not turn the same as this one. This one turns on the corners, like that. So this one works more like a Octaminx. So as you can see, a Octaminx is a tetrahedron, and it turns on the corners, where it has these 4 center blocks, edges between them that can be cycled around, and then the tips that turn and don't really do anything. This one works the same way, just with more faces. So you got these parts and then the tips. And while this one turns in 120 degree increments, sorry, I was thinking 60 as in this angle, but this one turns in 90 degree increments because each corner is surrounded by 4 faces instead of 3. So that's how it turns, and it's also got tips. So because this turns so similarly to a Octaminx, it is also solved in a similar way. And another thing I want to compare it to is this puzzle. This is a 3x3 shape mod in the shape of an octahedron. These puzzles are similar in how they work, but there are some major differences. The first one, as you can see, is this one has triangles in the middle, while this one doesn't. The reason is because all these triangles are the same size, whereas this one, the edge triangles, have been extended to make room for a triangle in the middle. This one also doesn't have tips, while this one does. So as you can see, this is a tip center pair. On this puzzle, they were fused together. There's no cut where a tip would be. So while this one turns like that, this one turns like that. So since this is a 3x3 shape mod, the reason for that is because this right here is representative of a 3x3 face. As you can see, here they are side by side. You got center, center, edge, edge, corner, corner. You get the idea. So that means that this puzzle mechanically is a 3x3 without corners, or without visible corners at least. This puzzle actually has corners on the inside. I don't know if you can see it, but they are hidden underneath these pieces just to make the mechanism more stable, because since this one has 12 edges instead of 6 like on a Octaminx, if there weren't corners to support them, then they would like flop around a lot. So this one has internal corners just for stability, but they don't contribute to the solve at all. So the last thing I'm going to do in this video is scramble it and show you the best way, or my method at least, of solving it. If you already know how to solve a Octaminx, then this one shouldn't be that much harder. In fact, if you like to solve Octaminx, then this puzzle might be something you could look into. Of course, it's not mass-produced, but I wish it was. But luckily, since I have the resources and knowledge, I was able to make my own. But yeah, so what you do is, like a Pyraminx, you scramble the inside, you scramble the edges, and then you can just do whatever with the tips. You can even leave one solved if you want, but I'm not going to, just to make it look more scrambled. So here it is scrambled. So what I do to solve it is I'll pick a center block, I will fix the tip that's on it, and then I will solve the 4 edges around it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with this one, and I'm going to first insert the white-green edge, and then it's supposed to go with this center too, but I need to rotate it so that these colors match. And I do that for the other 3 edges. So there's that one. There's that one. All right. And there's that one. So that is the equivalent of solving a cross on a 3x3. So what I'm going to do now is fix the tips that are around the equator, so these 4, and then I'm going to solve 3 of these 4 edges, and you will see why I don't solve the last one in a minute. So I can insert that one with a sledgehammer, and then I can insert this one the same way. And then, as you can see, these 2 are they both need to go in this layer, but they are swapped. So I'm going to take one out, insert one of them into its correct place, and that will kick this one out. So instead of solving the last one, we are going to use this empty spot to solve the top 4. So we're going to look at this piece, and then bring its slot over, bring it up, replace it with a different edge, and then bring it down. And now we can do the same thing with this edge. Bring it over, replace it, and bring it down. Now you do the same with that, bring it over and bring it down. Now at this point you'll either be done with the edges, or you will have a case where they are both flipped. If this happens, you can do like you would on a Pyraminx and just do the 2-edge flip algorithm. And then lastly, you'll want to fix this tip, and you're done. So as you can see, it's a pretty straightforward solve. Works similarly to a Pyraminx, it just takes longer. So that's going to conclude the video. I'm not sure what else I can say about it. And I will see you in the next video.